let's talk about that rise and fall. What were the emotional state of emotions that you had?
Sure. Well, this is my story and I'm sticking to it. So,
Yeah.
put a little money in. Again, didn't know what I was doing. And you would think that that would be kind of stupid. But I'm like, you know what? Let's throw some money at this. Let's see where it goes. I'll start to learn about it. And
Yeah.
then again, I'm not bragging. I'm not, I'd say within
Yeah.
a short period of time, like well
Yeah.
under a year, I'm at like 15 to 18x in my portfolio. You would think
Yeah.
that would be fun. I felt like I was holding on to like a rocket ship. Like
Right.
once a week, I would show my wife, like, hey, hon, look at this. And she's like, what in the world is that? And I'm like, I have no idea. It's called cryptocurrency. And
Yeah.
I need to learn about this because this is like, in a good way, super explosive. So I saw
Right.
it go all the way up. I saw it go all the way down. And I'm like, never again. I didn't know sell, buy more, hold, do this, hodl, do this. So what I tell the people on my YouTube channel, every crypto mentor has a crypto mentor, and Jay is my crypto mentor. I said it's not going to happen again. Yeah, I'm not going to do the run up and stare at my portfolio and be petrified and watch it go back down, and then I'm 68 years old or whatever. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing it again.
That's it. That's it. Let's not repeat that same mistake again. And I appreciate you calling that out. I think that's the key thing to a lot of newbies who probably just, if there's a newbie coming in, if you are new to investing into Bitcoin or any of these crypto, just listen to John, and it's not fun. And Shayla, I don't know, you probably have similar experience. Would that be fair to say?
It was euphoria, and I started to make money at first, and then this greed took over. And
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, and people and I want to share that with people so it doesn't happen to them, because you start making money and you think it's going to go on forever, and it's so exciting, and then
Right.
it doesn't. And I remember at the time I had someone say, well, maybe you ought to step back, and I said, no, we're right in the middle of this bull cycle, and I just didn't have enough knowledge at the time, and it was one of those, we all have mistakes in life. We all go through things. Nobody gets
Yeah.
out of here without having some trauma or
Yeah.
tragedy.
Scar. Yeah.
Yeah, we all have these scars. We all have our scars, right? And so looking back on it now, it was one of those things I just had to learn and just had to let go. And if I make a profit, I don't need to make. It doesn't have to be perfect, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to take money off the table. And one of the things for me is at the time I kept trying to get people involved, and I did get somebody involved, and they lost a lot of money also. It wasn't because of me, but they saw my excitement, and so I have some guilt about that. And I felt so bad. I actually said to them, let me I want to reimburse everything that you've lost, because I introduced you to this. And they said, no, this is on me, Shayla. I got into it. You told me about it, but this is on me. And I felt bad. I wanted to help.
Yeah. And that's really a danger. And that's, being in the market for many years, the market has a way to catch hold of your, it makes you idealistic. It makes you really emotional, where logic doesn't kick in anymore. And that's just how it works. And I hope investors who come into this space understand that really well, that when things start to move up, it'll take hold of you. And the moment you get greedy, which is the reason why we use the 3 MoonShots, or we call it the 3 push, is because this is why the 3 push happens in the market, right? So I'll explain again. The first push, or the first moonshot, is to get your attention, right? So that's what happened. When the first moonshot happens, the news will come in. You will start telling, the taxi driver or your neighbor, hey, look, I'm doing well. And they would look at it. They'll hear you out. That's the first moonshot. Now the second moonshot, or the second push for the listener is to get the neighbor to then validate, right? When the second moonshot happens, John's neighbor, Joe, would say, hey, John is right, John is right, it's moving up, the second moonshot, it's happening. And guess what? On the third moonshot, they'll say, I'm going in, right? I'm going in on the third one. And this is where they get caught, and we know, in our group, the third moonshot is the one that goes up and comes back all the way down. That's the third moonshot. So that is why the three push or the three moonshot works, is because that's how the market traps investors. So hopefully that's the story behind this chart over here. So hopefully people will learn from this chart. So we move on. We'll start with the different three cycles. So over here, 2011, 12. We look at that. We look at 16, 17, and 2021 to forecast it forward. So we look at that, and this is back in the days where you can see the charts has just got, the